Well, good morning, everybody. It's Monday, and you're here tuning in to What's Up Monday with Lead Magnet, myself, Ernest Enriquez, and super excited to bring you these sessions. Again, we're going to kind of dial these in and fine-tune them as we go, but welcome to episode 5 of our Lead Gen Power Hour, as we like to call it, even though it doesn't take an hour. We wanted to make sure we had an hour just in case they did. So welcome to What's Up Monday. Monday today, June 26th. Let's see what's going on in the world of real estate. So just the outlook here, it looks like mortgage rates are now hovering around 7%, higher borrowing costs across the economy. So now it's basically costing buyers more to essentially pull out loans and borrow money on credit. And we're seeing this here as well, people paying cash. So you're now starting to have some of these people who've been in their homes for 7 years to 12 years. There was actually a study done, and the statistics has actually increased from 3 to 5 years is the average time frame that a homeowner stays in their home to actually now about 7 to 12 years. So that's actually increasing, and good and bad to see. Bad for the people who need a home, good for the people who have been staying in their homes, because now they realize that these appreciation rates are just going to continue, right? So this is, again, coming from Times, New York Times. You could see about 25% down this buyer was offering, but instead was getting beat out because people were paying cash instead. So you're still getting those cash buyers out there, 7% interest rate. Most homeowners are going to take the cash buyer over the person getting the loan. It's a no-brainer so long as the cash buyer has the cash to prove the funds and so forth, right? So this is all happening as we speak. So like always, tell me what's going on in your market. Comment on this video wherever you're watching, whether it be on YouTube or Facebook or even on the podcast. Go ahead and watch or subscribe or even comment on this and let me know what's happening. I'm still kind of getting into the groove of things, getting over the weekend hangover, as you would call it. But that is what we have going on in the world of real estate today. So just again, we have some mortgage rates hovering around 7% now, pushing and driving. And a lot of analysts are looking at this and saying, why? Why is the housing still pushing and thriving? And part of that is just because of demand, right? They're kind of denying or forgetting the laws of physics and laws of economy, where supply and demand play a huge role. So having a lack of inventory and still people needing to buy homes is really kind of driving, even though we're hovering around that 7% market or 7% rate. So that's what's happening in the world of real estate. But today, as you can see, we're going to talk about the best lead sources for you as a real estate agent. We're going to dive into social media. We're going to dive into Google. We're going to dive and jump back and forth between Lead Magnet's dashboard and show you some cool things. But what is going on in the lead source industry? Comment what you're seeing down below. I'm seeing a lot of agents actually pull their budgets off of big players like Zillow and Realtor.com. I know myself personally, I'm continuing to get hounded by those people with open availability, which just means that somebody's pulled their advertisement, right? Or pulled their reservation for that zip code or whatnot. But some of the best lead sources that we've come across as we help over 200 plus agents across the nation run their advertising and generate themselves business. Of course, the first one, social media. And I want to talk a little bit about this for a minute because there's several different platforms that you as a realtor should be advertising on. Of course, the big guy there is Facebook. A lot of you probably are running Facebook ads, whether that's you're going to your page, you're clicking boost post and you're boosting it. But there are actually more in-depth strategies that you should be deploying if you're wanting to optimize your exposure on Facebook and capitalize on the opportunity of lead generation out there. So if you are just boosting your post, that's great for your brand because you're driving exposure. But if you're wanting to really treat this as a lead capture tool, you really need to start getting into things like lead forms. And you need to start really understanding how to run with custom audiences. The link down below, if you're watching this live, go ahead and go to that link down below if you want just a done-for-you service. If you don't want to have to learn a new skill, Lead Magnet can help you out there and we'll help you generate results. But basically with Facebook lead forms, I want to talk about this for a second, because if you've ever seen an advertisement, when you click on it, there's this form prompted. That's basically what a lead form is. Now, as the marketer, you have the control over what kind of questions you ask. And I'll put my foot down, or stop there for a second, because as a real estate agent, you cannot ask questions that don't follow RESPA, CPV, and fair housing guidelines. So Facebook will deny your ads if you are asking questions like, what's your address? How much do you make? But the alternative is you can, ask things like, do you own a home? And if you do own a home, what's your time frame to sell? What do you think maybe your home is worth? And then you could also, on the buyer flip side of things, you can go ahead and ask buyers, of course, are you looking to buy? Yes or no? Would you like information about down payment assistance if they're first-time home buyers? And really with lead forms, we can create some really cool, unique things with a conditional logic that navigate and drive that engager through this unique experience, where at the end, they get the result from the offering, right? So when you run a first-time home buyer ad, you're able to go ahead and at the end of that, maybe you have a registration form, or maybe they're going to get like a first-time home buyer packet. Maybe that's what your offering is as you kind of navigate them through that lead form. The other part of this is you could use custom audiences. So maybe you already have like a Google spreadsheet of people with emails, phone numbers, and full names. You can go ahead and create a custom audience inside of Facebook. And then when you go to run your marketing, you could actually target that custom audience. So what that looks like is when you go into your custom audience field, you can see I have 3 of them here in my personal account. I got expired home listings, San Antonio home retargeting based off my pixel. But you could actually create an audience. And this custom audience could be website traffic, app activity, catalog, customer list, offline. You could also use meta sources. If you've installed your pixel correctly, you could use these meta sources, meaning somebody who's engaged with your video, somebody who's engaged with your lead form or opened it, but maybe didn't submit it. So if you're looking to retarget those clicks because you're asking a lot of questions and maybe just people aren't submitting, you could use this meta source of lead form for anybody that's engaged with that lead form inside of your ads account that you're running it from. You also have things like instant experiences. If you have an e-commerce, you got your shopping cart, your Instagram account, your events. So maybe you're creating events and driving clicks to it, and you want to basically go ahead and leverage that to retarget this audience. You could do that. The one that is most commonly used by real estate agents, though, is this customer list. And when you go ahead and click on next, you'll notice that you can import from MailChimp. You could also download the file template from Facebook if you want to, or you could see the formatting guidelines. Now, I will put a disclaimer on this. To get access to this, you have to be in good standing as a marketer and not have any violations or have gone against their policies. So you do have to be in a good standing in order to get access to this. And I believe if you're applying for custom audiences for the first time, it could take up to 30 to 60 days. So just to be aware of that. Now, when you click next, you'll have your customer list that you can then just go ahead and drag and drop into this box here. And then it'll automatically map everything over for you, which is really cool. So you'll then have that custom audience. And then what Facebook does is it uses those emails and phone numbers to basically kind of cross-reference Facebook profiles that then enable you to retarget that person if they're able to find a valid profile. So a good audience would look something like this, right? So it's not going to have an estimated audience here because this is coming in via API. But you could see like the history. If we go to expired home listings, you could see the history as well. You could see how it's getting updated daily. And you could see how many contacts it's actually adding in there every day. So a few days ago, I talked about my expired home listings on our expired session. If you haven't watched that, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel or join our private Facebook group. If you're not watching this on Facebook and you're on YouTube, join our private Facebook group. It is lead generation, real estate lead generation. Go ahead and submit a request to join, and I'll go ahead and add you. But we did a previous video on expired home listings, and this is the custom audience that I'm using to basically retarget all those people in that custom audience. So I can go ahead and run an expired ad directly to those people in that custom audience. And of course, I'm getting this data feed from another supplier, right? So go ahead and again, like, subscribe, turn on bell notifications to our YouTube channel, and then go back into our channel history and you'll be able to watch that expired session where I give you basically a step-by-step playbook on how to implement that same strategy. But you could leverage Facebook custom audiences to basically retarget or even target. Maybe you have a data set or data list that you gathered from like Cold Data or from another data provider, and you have it in a CSV file. You can go ahead and upload that into a custom audience, and then you can leverage that to retarget, right? Or to target. So maybe you want to target people who own small businesses, right? You can go ahead and buy an SBA or a small business list, and then you can upload that into a custom audience and you can target those individuals. The next channel that you should probably be using, I'm a little bit rebellious against this, no political affiliation there, but TikTok, right? Trending sounds. So if you've ever been on TikTok, they have a trending sounds option, and that trending sounds that you can leverage to basically create your stop share here, but you could leverage that trending sound on your own videos. So when you go to your TikTok account, and this is a little bit laggy here, but when you go to your TikTok account, you'll be able to basically use trending sounds. So when you go to upload, you'll be able to use like those small business sounds. You'll be able to use any of those sounds when you're actually uploading and creating your advertisement or creating your video. You could see some of my best performing videos have, about 6,000. We have a lot of stuff on here, 285,000 video views. There's just a lot of things that you could do to basically go viral, and about 7,500 followers, right? Now, for lead gen purposes, on TikTok, you can, if you are a business, put a link onto your video. If you're not set up as a business and you're just set up as a personal account, go ahead and put that link in your bio. And then your call to action on all of your videos would be, hey, go ahead and click the link in the bio above. So you can see some of these videos do take a little bit to get going. Right? They take a little bit of time before they start getting caught in that algorithm. But once they get caught in the algorithm, it's definitely well worth it. 22,000 views, 285,000. Yeah, so you can kind of get the idea behind that. So TikTok is a good source to go ahead and start running your advertisements, whether that's video or just posting a daily kind of tip and trick for the real estate industry. So using that. Now, Instagram is a little different. So TikTok, you want to use trending sounds, right? Trending sounds being original audio clips or music or songs, or they have basically a viral option. When you go on the TikTok and you're posting your video, you'll be able to select from the music. They have viral, they got TikTok for business. They have several different categories that you could actually choose from. Trending sounds is the best one to choose from so that you could make sure that your video is being seen, because a lot of people click on that audio down on the bottom and it shows them other videos using that audio. And then that's, of course, how TikTok's algorithm starts capturing your videos, right? So somebody clicks on it, somebody clicks on it, somebody clicks on it, and then it starts basically putting it into the stream so that as users are going through, they're seeing your videos. Instagram, a little bit different. So you're going to leverage unique hashtags to make your reels stand out on Instagram. Instagram looks at those hashtags. If you've ever been on Instagram, when you go to a search, you can actually search by tag. This is where most of the Instagram users are finding reels to watch. And then they could even follow tags. So the more often you use that tag, the more often you'll be displayed to that actual user, right? So when you go to make your post on Instagram, make sure you're using some unique hashtags. If you're having a hard time coming up with tags, you could also just pop open ChatGPT and type and say, write me a list without numbers of hashtags that are trending for realtors on Instagram, right? And then this will give you a list of hashtags. I asked it for no numbers, but of course it's going to give me numbers. But you can have it just remove the numbers. And I say remove the numbers just so you can copy and paste this directly into your Instagram post, right? So there we go. We got some of the highest performing tags here. Now I can go ahead and copy that, paste it into my post, and then I can go ahead and publish my Instagram post. So very, very easy and effective, right? So super easy to do. But these are just little things and little nuances that you should be paying attention to when it comes to finding the best lead source. Facebook leads, these tend to be and social media leads in general tend to be about 6+ months out. So these guys are going to be 6+ months out. Most of it is interest-based marketing, unless you're hitting this custom audience. And sometimes you can find some really, really golden opportunities there. But in general, 6+ months out. There's actually been a national study that says home buyers looking on social media or that come through social media have been looking for the last 8 months before they actually initiate the purchasing process, right? So before they even want to talk to a lender or talk to an agent, they've been actively looking for about 8 months. So do keep that statistic on hand and in mind. Now, you can also do Google, right? Google is another lead source. And this one, they typically are about 3 months plus out. 3 months being to the transaction, right? This is not to the till they decide, hey, I'm going to buy. This is usually 3 months to transact. There's different types of ads that you can run on Google. So you can run like search ads, you can run display ads, and you can also run video retargeting. I'm not going to go too deep into these, but search ads basically, you need to understand how Google ranks. So Google looks at key characteristics of your ad that you're creating. So for example, when I go into my advertisement, I'm going to go to my campaign here. I'm going to select website. And then you'll see there's different campaign types. So we got search ads, we got display ads, and we got video ads. Now, the search ads are basically the ads that appear on the pages when you go in and type in things like homes for sale San Antonio, homes for sale Miami, whatever the case might be. That's what a search ad does. Now, Google with search ads specifically looks at the title, the description, and the link that you're driving the traffic to. Google actually has crawlers. They're not like little spiders or anything, but they call them crawlers that will crawl the website link of which you've supplied to them for your ad to make sure that when your ad says San Antonio homes for sale, the page that the contact or the website traffic lands on is in fact San Antonio homes for sale. If you're driving them to a different page or different URL or a different website that doesn't have anything to do with San Antonio homes for sale, your ad ranking goes down. So when they look at those, they're going to give you an ad rank between 1 and 10. The higher you rank, the better your ad will perform without you having to spend a ton of money. I say a ton of money, but you still got to look at all the other people in your industry and that are advertising around you and see if they have good ad ranking scores and they're paying more. Yeah, of course you're going to have to get into that bidding war just like you do in real estate. But for the most part, if you have little to no competition, you can be effective even paying $15 a day on Google search ads. So do keep that in mind. They also look at the quality of the keywords. So how relevant are your keywords? And how often are those keywords being searched? So one tool that you all can use out there if you're going to run your own ads is Google Trends. Now, Google Trends allows you to search keywords. For example, let me go ahead and go here. I don't want to search NASCAR. I want to go ahead and remove this. But you could search keywords like homes for sale San Antonio, for example. And this is going to give you a graphic of search terms over time. And then these numbers here are per thousand, right? So this isn't people 65. No, there weren't no 65 searches. This is per thousand. So 65 per thousand people who searched were searching homes for sale. San Antonio, you can see we've kind of dropped a little bit. This morning was high. Everybody waking up, doing those Google searches and so forth. And then you could also look at the sub-regions, right? So you could see where all your traffic's coming from, Washington, Oregon. You can hover over these. You can see a lot of it's internal, so just a lot of relocation within Texas. You could see, people from Florida and so forth, right? So you can kind of get a heat map, as I like to call it, what sub-region is doing most of the search for home for that keyword. Now, I show you this because this gives you insights as to where you should be placing your ads, right? Like so on this example, I would place my ads in Texas. I would place my ads in California, Oregon, and Washington. So I'd go all the West Coast, probably even Nevada, Arizona. I would probably just do all the West Coast and place my ads there so that they're showing to all those people who are committing to those searches for homes for South San Antonio. You could also see some additional related topics, so like breakout topics. This is really interesting, and I like to use this when shooting video for like Facebook because these are related topics. So you could actually use these to also help increase your social media presence when it comes to trending, right, and going viral and driving as much branding as possible. So you could see that some topics here will give you some options, right? So you get like Lennar Homes. So maybe if I was a real estate agent, I would, since this is a breakout topic, shoot like a Instagram or a TikTok video about Lennar Homes, and that's going to help out as well. So 78254 is another breakout postal code. So I might actually go and create an ad for just that postal code and target market people typing in 78254. So just some little snippets on search ads. You can also do display ads. Display ads are a little bit different than a search ad. So a display ad basically will show your advertisement on any of the partnering websites that have Google display ad placement. Basically you'll have an ad that will show up. You can have all your branding on it and so forth. You'll also have the ability to retarget via YouTube. So if you hear a lot of agents saying, hey, I'm getting tons of leads from YouTube, it's because they're running video ads, right? They're not necessarily doing it all organically. I mean, they can be if they have a huge audience base, but for the most part, they're doing it with a video, right? So create a really engaging video. Maybe that's a community landscape or community kind of video or videography of a community or whatever it might be. Just create a video that's engaging and put it on YouTube, retarget people with it, with a call to action that says to learn more or an offering, click here, right? So you could leverage that to drive low cost per lead. One of the ads that I have has been seen about 180,000 times and has over about 30,000 clicks. So I got a lot of traffic going to my website. And when all of this is put together properly, you could really generate some massive, massive results. So not only did they click on your ad and go to your website from YouTube, now they're seeing your Facebook ads, your Instagram ads. They're seeing you all over the place. These are just some strategies that you need to be deploying as a realtor to make sure that you're optimizing your performance, right? And again, here at Lead Magnet, go leadmagnet.com/realtor. We can help you actually set this and deploy this and get you effectively running very, very quickly in our done for you services. So go ahead, go to leadmagnet.com/realtor if you're looking for somebody to actually do this for you. We also have a complete suite backend that you'll be able to access from our backend site here. And this will basically allow you to track and monitor your advertisements. You could also see your Facebook ads. It's going to give you all the reporting, but there's also a really cool ads manager here. So the ads manager has all of our top performing real estate ads. So under professionals, you'll be able to go to real estate, and this is going to have all of our ad copy ready for you to 3-click activate these. So you'll be able to choose the template. You'll be able to edit the media, edit some of the text you don't like, and then you can go ahead and easily activate that in less than about a minute. So we'll have all of our ad copy in here for you when you sign up for our services. You'll get complete access to this dashboard. So head over to goleadmagnet.com/realtor. If you're just looking for marketing strategies and how to do things on your own, go ahead and subscribe. Click the like and subscribe and turn on bell notifications on YouTube. Or if you're on Facebook, be sure to head over to our closed or private Facebook group, Real Estate Lead Generation. Just type that into the search bar and you'll see us in there. Go ahead and request, and I'll go ahead and accept. Other than that, have a great Monday, everybody. It's been awesome. This has been What's Up Monday, episode 5 of the Lead Magnet Lead Power Hour, Legion Power Hour. We'll be back Wednesday, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time with some fresh content for you all. Have a great day, everybody.